Alright, so took on all the bolts along here. Did not have to take this one out, which was good. I kept it in there. And so there's a little pry opening there that I use to wiggle it, and then just gently nurse it back and forth. Of course, make sure you got plenty of towels to absorb all the gear oil, unless you want to have a huge mess, or you can put down a pan or whatever. But and also what was spanning across here were the gasket, so I just used a screwdriver and got the gasket material off. You can kind of sort of see it, but it doesn't really focus in there. But yeah, so pretty simple. Alright, so this is the bull gear, and you can see that's a little circlip, and that's the gear that came off because the little clippy came off, holding it on. So you gotta be careful with this gear. It kind of slipped out, and there's a gear inside. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm going to lay it up on its side, and then this gear goes on here, and that goes on the front side of it. But so it's pretty, and this is your pump, so which is pretty cool. So it's all the same gear oil that's in here, and I'm not trying to move anything, so I can easily take it apart or reassemble it. But so it looks like this is a little twisty thing. So that's your inside of. So this would have to push on that little suppressor rod in the middle there. That would make sense on the pump. This is your neutral when you pull it in the back of your mower. So, pretty cool. So this is the inside of your, this is your fill port inside there. And this guy is your suction, or your overflow, I guess. So, I guess it goes completely full up with liquid, and then this goes in your overflow when you fill it up. So it gets completely submerged with gear oil, I reckon. So, alright, so to lock it, I was thinking of welding these to here, but I think I'm just gonna put it back together and get a different transmission and mess with it to lock it, so I'd have a spare, because I don't want to take out my primary mower, you know. Got to be able to mow my yard. But so that's what the inside of the Hydo-Gear, I won't focus on it either, mower. Alright, so I've decided to put it on a bucket so I can easily scrape all the gasket material off. And this gear, I had to tap it in a little bit with a hammer to get it to go into the other gears. It wouldn't slide directly in. So be careful when you take it out that this doesn't come sliding out when you pull the casing out. So just keep on tapping on that. And to remove the pump, you take these two bolts out, but since I don't have to remove the pump, so now I can slide my, once I get this gasket cleaned, I'm going to put the axle in and attach the little ring on it. And so I don't know if the ring is shot or what, but it doesn't look like a regular circlip, but we'll see if it will hold it in place. But the other one seems to be in place alright, so hopefully it'll be good to go. Alright, so that's the, and the bull gear of course rides in here, and we're going to keep it clean of all gunk. And that's the magnet that picks up all the metal shavings, so we want to clean that out as well. So, alright, time to clean the gasket and assemble it and add it with gear oil, see if it holds and doesn't leak. Alright, so we're going to prop this one up and clean this gasket off as well. And so the bull gear is in, and so if I wanted this to be a posi, what I would end up doing is tack welding the bull gear right here on both sides, and then that way it would allow when this thing spins that it spins around the inner gear, at least I think anyways. But I'm going to try this on a spare transmission and see how it works before I mess and gom this one up. But anyways, so I'm going to put synthetic in it and see how it goes. So just got to get the gasket material and put it back together. So, and definitely clean off the magnet, which is the where it gets all the little metal shavings. But other than that, look pretty good. So got the inner shaft, the other drive shaft in, and so it should be good to go.